About, I didn't even know they was getting ready to have one till the other day. Somebody told me.
All right, well, Mickey Mantle, we thank you very much for spending some time with us.
Thank you.
Could I ask you one other? Could you just say this is Mickey Mantle and I watch Sports Talk? Just like
Sports Talk?
Yeah, it's called Sports Talk. Just like say, this is Mickey Mantle whenever it comes in this.
Hi, this is Mickey Mantle. When I'm in St. Louis, I watch Sports Talk all the time.
Oh, thank you so much.
You got a course on.
All right, with Hall of Famer Brooks Robinson, good afternoon.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
You played in the Heroes of Baseball game yesterday. You enjoy doing those?
Well, I only do 2 or 3 times a year. I'm getting to a point now where my eyesight's getting a little bad, and the best part of those games are when they're over. It's for a good cause, though. They raise a lot of money. The Upper Deck game, they donate probably $250,000, $60,000 a year to a fund that helps players who are in need of help.
You played in 18 consecutive All-Star games. Is that a great feeling knowing that you're respected throughout the whole league for 18 consecutive years?
Well, it's something special. That's really what it's all about. You play so many games in baseball, day in, day out, and you very seldom get excited. But when you get to an All-Star game or a World Series or a playoff, you really do feel special, and it's nice to be a part of it and go out there and try to be the best player in the game. That's really what it's all about.
And in the 70 World Series, you were making play after play after play. A lot of batters and pitchers and hitters all talk about being in a zone, hitting and swinging and catching and pitching. Is it go the same way for defense?
Yeah, but I think so, but not as much as, say, a basketball player or a pitcher who really handle the ball all the time. In our game, you might play a game without getting a ball. And going into this World Series, I thought that I was going to get a lot of business down at third base because they had guys like Johnny Bench and Tony Perez and Lee May, and those guys really got one thing in mind, that's to hit it as far as they can. And we had left-hand pitchers such as Dave McNally and Mike Cuellar, Jim Palmer, although he had a great fastball, he threw a lot of real slow, overhand slow curves, change-ups, and they pulled the ball a lot on those pitches. So going into this series, I thought I'd get a lot of work, and I did. And I tell people I played almost 23 years professionally, and I don't think I ever had 5 games in a row just like those 5 games, because about after the 3rd game, I'm saying to myself, hey, this is unbelievable. I hope this gets over in a hurry because I can't keep this up.
71, they had the 4 pitchers with 20 wins. Do you think this may be considered one of the greatest pitching staffs ever assembled?
Well, I think it was a great pitching staff. I don't think you'll ever in the history of the game see 4 20-game winners again. It just it's not going to happen simply because the makeup of the game, now, and the money plays a big part in it. And first of all, you've got to have 4 guys who want to pitch every 4th day. And our guys were very competitive. Palmer wanted to win more than Cuellar. Cuellar wanted to win more than Palmer, and Mike and McNally wanted to be the best, and Pat Dobson, who just came over to our team, he wanted the ball every the 4th day too. So finding 4 guys who are really that competitive and want to be the best is the toughest thing to do. But I don't think what we did in 71 will never be duplicated.
Was Earl Weaver a great manager, or was he just a motivator?
Well, he was a great manager. I think Earl, the traits that made him stand out above the rest, I think, number 1, he had a lot of good players. Number 2, he did know how to motivate you. He used a little reverse psychology almost. When we were doing well, that's when he was ranting and raving, and then when we were doing poorly, he was always patting us on the rear end, saying, "Hey, don't worry, we'll get those guys." But I think what Earl did best, he made every guy feel special. Every guy knew what their job was. They knew when they were going to be called on, and consequently, they were prepared to do their job. So whether it be pinch running or whatever, the guys knew just when they were going to be called upon to do the job. And he didn't ask guys to do things that they couldn't do. He didn't ask Tom Chopay to hit a home run, or he didn't ask someone to bunt when they couldn't bunt. So, he knew how to run the game.
Last year in Baltimore, they had the All-Star game. Did it bring back a lot of great memories for you?
Well, it was great for the city of Baltimore. I don't think that'll ever be duplicated either. It was like a week-long celebration. The city and the state were coordinated, and it was just a fantastic I think they call it a fan fest, and that's really what it was. The new stadium in downtown Baltimore is terrific. It's made for baseball. It's a great park to play in, a great park to hit in, and there's a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of things going on. So we've got a great area to draw from there. So that's one of the reasons that we're going to draw over 3.6 this year.
That's Brooks Robinson, Hall of Famer. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, my pleasure. I hope that the startup, that's going to be with the microphone and everything.
Yeah, this microphone picks up pretty well.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but oh, it does.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one's pretty good.
Okay.
Is there one thing, you know, if you could you just say this is Brooks Robinson?
Yeah,
And I
okay.
watch Sports Talk whenever.
Okay. Hi, this is Brooks Robinson, the Baseball Hall of Fame. I watch Sports Talk when I'm in St. Louis.
Thanks a lot.